What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich, back to bring your MLB props for Wednesday, July the 27th. I don't even want to talk about Monday. Monday was god-awful. Houston lost. Colorado somehow beat Milwaukee. No one saw that coming. No one wanted it to happen. Houston lost. Dodgers lost. Everybody, they keep losing. I don't know what's going on. But we are back today with more MLB picks, and I want to get into the plays right now. Massive list today, starting with Steven Kwan, Aaron Judge, Alvin Rosario, Byron Buxton, Gonzalez, Garcia, Dylan Carlson, Jose Ramirez, Tyler O'Neill, and Tommy Edmond. And then we have JD Martinez for an under, which is not as surprising to me, but I don't know how much I want to take it. But I'll start at the top. Steven Kwan and the rest of the Cleveland Indians, honestly, Alvin Rosario, Jose Ramirez, all making the list today, mainly because Nathan Eovaldi has been terrible. In 2 starts back from injury, he's allowed 3 runs and 9 runs. Now, yes, that was to the New York Yankees and Toronto Blue Jays. 2 phenomenal lineups, but even today against Cleveland, I think he's going to struggle against a surging lineup. You know, you see the way Steven Kwan has played, 10.5 and 13.7 over his last 14 and last 7 days. And then you have Jose Ramirez, who's been in a bit of a slump lately, 10 over his last 14 and 8.6 over his last 7 days. Those are the 2 guys I'm looking to, and then Alvin Rosario obviously in between them in the lineup. You see these hits per game, 1.5, 1.7, and in the case of Ramirez, 1 hit per game, but over 2 total bases per game for all 3 of these guys. This is just a play that I really like. I think that stacking against Eovaldi is a good spot. You see the P-Val factor is not good. He has not been throwing the ball very well, and he's been getting hit hard, and so I think there will be runs to be had in this matchup today. Now, they're not playing until later tonight, so you don't have to worry about the day games there. A lot of these plays are in the night games, so if you are watching this, don't fear. You don't have to lock them in right away, but I would definitely be looking to get them in sooner rather than later. But I want to talk about Aaron Judge. You know, Aaron Judge has been on an absolute tear. You see 17.91 over his last 14 days and 20.83 over his last 7 days. Almost 4 total bases per game, over an RBI per game, over run per game. Insane numbers right now that Judge is on. But he's up against the buzzsaw and Max Scherzer today. I don't know if I could play him. I want to really badly. I think that Aaron Judge is a guy who, at 6.5, I was looking at it like, how the hell, regardless of who he's against, do you put Aaron Judge at 6.5? I think it's a really low number. And he's got a decent record against Max Scherzer. He's 2 for 6 with a 333 average with 1 RBI. So he's not like he's getting beat up really bad. 1 for 10, terrible average against Max Scherzer. So I don't mind playing Judge, but I think I like the Cleveland stack against Eovaldi the best right now of anything I'm seeing. And then I want to talk about Gonzalez Garcia, because back a little while ago, I was waiting for PrizePicks to give us numbers on him. They finally did, and then eventually they took him away. And it's because he was playing so well. They kept losing a ton of money on him, but he was in a bit of a slump for a while. But it seems like he's finally broken out of that slump. 11.6 and 16.83 over his last 14 and 7 days. Up against Marco Gonzalez, a pitcher who can be beat pretty easily. And we've seen so many matchups between Texas and Seattle that at this point, we know there can be runs to be had. It is in Seattle, so a little bit less run potential than it was in Texas. And I think that Gonzalez Garcia batting usually in that 5-6 spot for Texas isn't a great spot in the lineup, because there's still the Corey Seagers ahead of him. There's still the Nate Lowe's. There's still the Marcus Semyons to get on base and for him to be able to drive in runs. And last but not least, I need to talk about the St. Louis Cardinals, who are without their 2 best players, Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado, because they are not vaccinated and they're playing in Toronto this week. So they're up against Kevin Gausman, and they've been playing particularly well. You know, in Toronto, they scored a decent amount of runs the first game, and then they scored 3 runs the other game. It's mainly because of these 3 guys. It's the only reason why they're scoring any runs at all. Now, their totals are 5, and the main reason why is because they haven't been playing not so well. But at the same time, this is such a modest total. I think I'd be willing to sprinkle in a little bit here. In my opinion, Tommy Edmond is the best player if you want to go after Tyler O'Neill. He did have a couple spike games not too long ago, but he has been struggling since. I think Edmond is the best guy because he can get a steal if he gets on base. You know, he's got a tough task against Kevin Gausman, but if he can get on base, I do think there's a chance that he does go over. And so I do like Tommy Edmond in this matchup today. If I was ranking the guys that I'm in on right now, I think I still love Steven Kwan. I think the way he's been playing, you have to play him. And I love Jose Ramirez. I just think he's bound to break out of this little mini slump that he's been in. And I wouldn't be mind playing Tommy Edmond as well, but I love Gonzalez Garcia. I think if I was to pick 3 guys that I'm playing today, it would be Gonzalez Garcia, Jose Ramirez, And then probably Steven Kwan at the top of the list. I think Steven Kwan is still a great option. You know, I ran down his stats a few days ago as to how good he's really been. He's only got a total of 5.5. You see Jose Ramirez total of 7.5, and then Gonzalez Garcia with a modest total of 6.5. So I think all these guys are in play for overs. And if you want to throw in JD Martinez for an under, you see he's just been really, really bad lately. 2 points over his last 14, last 7 days. So a lot of reasons to be fading JD Martinez since the All-Star break. He's been playing really, really badly. And as well with Rafael Devers out of the lineup, it's in a much worse position for RBIs. He's got to get on base, got to get hits, and he's got a total of 7.5. Boston, they just got killed last game by Cleveland, and I think we're going to see more of that again today, and that's the reason why I'd be taking the under on JD Martinez. And so for me, that's the guys I'd be looking at right now. I think Kwan, Adolis Garcia, and Jose Ramirez, put those three together, power play them. You can mix and match some of those if you want, and I don't mind playing a JD Martinez under as well. But that's kind of the whole list. I kind of passed over Byron Buxton because he's up against Corbin Burns, as good as he's been lately. I just can't do it, man. I can't take Buxton. Not against Corbin Burns. The matchup is too bad. He could totally go over. It's only 5.5. I have him projected for 10 points. Maybe he does it. It's not a bet I'm going to be making personally, though. And so those are the guys I'm looking at today. And as always, drop me a like and subscribe for future content if you appreciate what I do. If you tail, give them hell. And if we fail, do not bail. I'll be back tomorrow with more MLB picks. Probably be a shorter slate because of some travel. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you win some money today. And I'm out. Peace.